Welcome back, Norfolk enjoyers. This is Steph.
And Andrew.
We're from enjoyingnorfolk.co.uk. You can find us online and on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And as you know, we spend our time shouting about all the fantastic places and spaces that Norfolk has to offer.
We do.
So as you will have seen in the news, hopefully you'll be aware, we are looking towards an easing of lockdown restrictions at the moment, which is really exciting.
Hurrah!
Hurrah! Because we haven't been able to travel very far, so we haven't been able to enjoy Norfolk to its full potential these past few weeks. And like a lot of you, we are missing gallivanting around our beautiful county, particularly the coast.
Yes.
Aren't we?
Yes. I miss going out to the coast.
Yeah. So much so that we have decided to spend this episode discussing the Norfolk coast.
Yes, I had my cup of coffee and I'm ready to chat.
Now, obviously, we have a fantastic coastline here in Norfolk, and it would fill much more than one episode. So we've decided to concentrate on East Norfolk today.
Yeah.
So
very wise. A big, obviously, expansive coastline.
And a big and fabulous coastline, Norfolk. So we're going to just discuss sort of our memories, and also we asked for a few people's memories on Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to read a few of those. As ever, if you've got any feedback after the episode, we would love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely.
Contact us via enjoyingnorfolk.co.uk or comment on our social media posts. Your comments, your feedback. What are your favourite memories about coastal towns and villages in Norfolk? What are your favourite beaches? And feedback on the episode in general. If we start over at Gorleston and Great Yarmouth, Andrew, what are your thoughts and memories about those places?
Well, Gorleston to start with, because that's the furthest down the coast.
Round,
Yes. So I thought we'd start there. Well, we recently fell in love with Gorleston again, didn't we?
Yeah, relatively recently. Yeah. Although it's probably a few years if you think about it.
Well,
it just feels recently. It's recent in Norfolk terms. Yeah.
The park run, wasn't it? The reason we went over there was the junior park run.
Yes, that was the reason we sort of started rediscovering it. Well, my parents like to go to visit Gorleston and walk their dog along the promenade, and they always raved about it. And we went over there once. Went over there with my mum and Gran, I think, when I was very small. Yeah. And then when the boys were a little bit, then a couple of years ago, we went to the junior park run. Yeah, which is just sort of an out and back 2 kilometres along the promenade.
The promenade, yeah.
Yeah, would you call it the promenade?
Yeah, definitely. But it's a nice one, isn't it? Because they just get to run out, I think, to the cafe at the far end and turn around and come back in.
Yeah, really nice. And it's sort of very flat, so potentially a very fast junior park run.
Yes. You can get some records there, can you? Get some records. Yes.
With the added benefit that the sea is on your left or right, which is that's something I love about Gorleston, is the expansive sea.
Yeah.
It's just straight out, the wide-reaching sea and sky, isn't it?
Yeah, whenever I've been, it's always seemed fairly calm there, isn't it?
The sea? Yeah.
Fairly calm. Lovely beach.
Yes, really lovely beach, yeah.
So we sort of spent some time after the park run, didn't we?
We did, because you can do the park run and then get an ice cream.
We did. An ice cream, and I think there's a cafe there where we got a bacon sandwich as well if you needed it.
Yeah. There's a couple of arcades.
Yeah, always good. The 2p machines are always good after you've done a park run.
That's a good reward, an ice cream and some penny slot machines.
But it's nice. We've done a couple of walks. We've walked out onto the harbour wall, is it?
Yeah.
Out towards it. It's like a little...
blowing an absolute hoolie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was then. And it was probably why it's calm there, because the harbour, isn't it? The beach is in the bit of the harbour there.
Yes.
But there's a Coast Guard station out on the end of the harbour, which we went out to and walked around, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's quite nice.
Very nice.
But we need to explore it more.
We do. We've heard a lot of good things about Gorleston. Our former neighbours have got a holiday cottage there now, haven't they?
They have,
which they've done up, and it looks lovely. And they rave a lot about Gorleston. I think it's actually one of these kind of it's very underrated.
Yeah.
I think it's got lots of potential.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely worth exploring more.
Yeah, we definitely need to explore it more, including that new water park they've got there. which we haven't tried out yet.
Oh,
Yeah, do you remember? Just they built it while we were doing the park runs and things. It was just on the
yes, because it had some little paddling pools before, which the boys have been in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fantastic. We will have to. Well, when things open up, we'll have to make a appointment to visit it. Yeah, fabulous.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so Great Yarmouth. Now I have some other people's memories of Great Yarmouth, and probably above and beyond all is got to be the snails. So most people's memories,
not just the snails, the world famous snails.
The world famous snails.
World famous, apparently. Yeah.
Well, but are you referring to? Well, before we get onto that, I just have to. So, someone from Instagram says, "Surely the snails is everyone's happy childhood memory. It's like a rite of passage." Because there are two sets of snails, Andrew.
There are.
There are the snails at the pleasure beach, and then which go under the roller coaster, I think, don't they? So. And then the snails at Joyland.
Are they snails?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yeah. Now the snails at the pleasure beach. Everyone says it's children's rite of passage. Now, one of my earliest photographs of me was me about probably less than 2, sitting with my mum in the 70s on the snails.
The ones at the pleasure beach.
At the pleasure beach, right. Which are still there in operation, and you go through a sort of dark tunnel to Storyland. So, and then there's the sort of slightly smaller snails at Joyland, which is
they're the world famous
snails,
ones.
Are they? Oh,
they're the world famous.
And is that Joyland who says they're world famous?
Well, it might be, but it is known throughout the world
of the snails.
That they are the famous snails. I actually think you
could be right, to be honest. I think if you mention the snails in Yarmouth to a lot of people, and most people in Norfolk, and obviously if you're listening to this and you can comment whether this is true, I think most people will know what you're talking about, the snails in Great Yarmouth.
I have a little bit of history about Joyland.
Okay, tell me.
Yes, well, Joyland and the snails and things like that.
Mm-hmm. The world famous snails.
The world famous ones, yes. Apparently Joyland has been in the same family since it opened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it opened in 1949.
Oh, fabulous.
And that's when the snails.
And they've been there really?
Ever since.
Wow.
Been there ever since.
Gosh.
And numerous reports, not only just Joyland, but they are world famous apparently. Okay. But we shall get some confirmation on that. But apparently it was Horace Cole who made the snails.
Yeah.
And he was inspired by his wife, who was actually Daisy Wilson, who came from, I think she came from like a really well-known travelling showman's family.
Yeah.
And he was inspired to make them from her.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. Not including just the snails, but also those tub things. What are they called?
It's something like the Trevolian...
Tyrolean tubs, are they?
Yes. Let me just say, I should explain. So, at two ends of the... Is it called the Golden Mile?
Yes.
So the sort of main front in Great Yarmouth, if you haven't been, or if you have. As you first come in to Yarmouth from Norwich, you've got Joyland, which is a sort of amusement stroke theme park entirely dedicated really for little people, I would say, isn't it? The rides, obviously you can go on with your kids, but they're sort of more, they aren't quite as wild as at the other end of the strip, which is the Pleasure Beach, where you've got the huge roller coaster and much more sort of eccentric spinning things, and the fun house and the ghost train, all that sort of thing. But Joyland is it's purported to be a bit tamer. However,
I don't know about that.
However, the Tyrolean tubs, if you've ever been on them, they're absolutely crazy, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I don't remember going on as a child. If I did, then I'd probably blanked it from my mind. But I went on a little while back, didn't I, with the kids? And I think there's video footage of me.
Oh, my Lord. They are...
It's like being spun around in a washing machine. They're amazing. Joyful,
They're
though.
Wild.
It is joyful.
In a wild kind of way. Yeah. I've got a lot of time for Joyland, actually. I really love it. I love the way that all the kids, younger kids can pretty much go on every single ride.
Yeah, you get the tokens.
It's actually quite inexpensive. It's not really overpriced like some fairgrounds are. And it's a lot of fun, you know, but those tubs they spin you really quite rapidly, and then they jolt as they change direction, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's absolutely terrifying. I remember going, I was just screaming the whole time. But Joyland, so it's got a little roller coaster as well, and it's got the sort of smaller scales, which inverted commas, the world famous ones.
Yeah. Really good though. I like the snails going out, and they go up and down, don't they? And the kids love them.
They do. It's such fun. And actually, somebody said that they remember the moving giant at the fair and Joyland. The moving giant, is that? I think that's Joyland, isn't it? Because you go through like some books.
Yeah, it's changed many times over the years. That big kind of mountainy bit where the kind of roller coastery.
I have a memory of a moving giant, but I'm not sure whether
I don't think it's there now. I think they've changed over the period of time. So and repainted it and made different.
Because they do repaint it, don't they? I remember we went there after after winter, and they'd repaint it, and it just looked really bright and new and fresh. It was lovely.
Yeah. I think it's really good in there. Actually, I really enjoy it.
And it's got a diner as well next door. So it's got Joyland Diner, which is like a 1950s diner.
Same family. Yeah,
it's fabulous. Family. It's really quite authentic, isn't it? And fortunately, and seemingly luckily, every time we go, there's also a 1950s car rally going on outside. Every time we visit, I don't know if it just happens every week.
There's huge American cars out there, isn't there?
Awesome, really awesome, amazing vehicles ranging from trucks to Cadillacs and fire trucks and old police trucks, all these old American cars, and they're all there on the front. It's just fabulous.
That bit there, isn't it? Like, all in that bit, just by the
Joyland Diner.
Well,
I suppose it's a 1950s diner.
Yeah,
and we've actually, and there's been like live rock and roll bands playing on the stage and that kind of thing.
Yeah, great diner.
Yeah,
probably best to go after Joyland.
Yes, rather than, although we did, I don't know if you still do, but if you dine in the diner, you get tickets towards tokens to Joyland. I don't know if that's still something that exists, but last time, but then you are right, after a big burger and chips.
You don't want to go in the tubs.
In the diner, do not go in the tubs. Yes, not a good idea.
There are lots of other rides there as well, but you've got to go on the snails and the tubs, haven't you?
Absolutely. Staying with Yarmouth, I mean, to be honest with you, we actually always have a really good time. I've got really good memories of Yarmouth as well. So been visiting there since I was a child, really. Going to the Marina Centre, which was a highlight visit. We didn't go that often, unfortunately. But the wave machine was just, it was like that. It was sort of the highest tech of swimming pools ever, because it had a wave machine, wasn't it?
You had to go from all over the county. You went to the Marina Centre, which I think is being reconstructed now, though, isn't it?
I
think so. Yeah. I think it's being reconstructed. But I think it's being reconstructed without the wave machine.
We won't have any wave machines in Norfolk. Splash at Sherry has been reconstructed as well. It's such a shame. I don't know why people. Perhaps they're really terrible for the environment or something like that, or they're really energy inefficient. But wave machines are fabulous.
It was a fun time at the Marina Centre.
Yeah, wave machines are great. So I remember the Marina Centre. I remember the Pleasure Beach. Obviously, we've had so much fun at the Pleasure Beach, haven't
Pleasure
we?
Beach.
Both before we had kids and now with kids.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? But I think the main thing you have to talk about at the Pleasure Beach is the roller coaster. Mm-hmm. Well, they call it a scenic railway.
Scenic railway.
But to tell you the truth, I normally have my eyes shut, so it's not very scenic for me. But that roller coaster, a bit of history there. Do you want a bit of history on the roller coaster? Tiny bit, tiny bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the owner at the time, Pat Collins, in 1931, apparently he bought that roller coaster.
Yeah.
From an exhibition in Paris.
Yes, I've heard the same. And transported it here to Norfolk.
Dismantled, transported over. Can you believe that?
And it's timber, isn't it?
Which is... The whole thing is timber. I think the cladding has obviously changed over time. Because it was a mountain.
Oh, okay.
Being the scenic railway side of things. But it's now, I think it's like, I don't know, fiberglass or steel on the outside. So he bought it over, and it was erected and opened in 1932.
Goodness me!
And it's the same.
It's still there. That's quite incredible.
To add to a roller coaster is I think, but I'm not an expert on roller coasters, but I've been on a few.
Yeah.
And the most terrifying one is the roller coaster in Great Yarmouth for me, because it's timber. For starters, it's been there since 1932, so it adds a kind of fear factor there.
To tell you the truth, I don't actually dare go on it. I don't know if I dare. No, we went recently. The last time we went to the Pleasure Beach, we went on the log flume, didn't we? Do you remember that?
Yeah, the log flume.
In which, and it's a pretty epic log flume, to be honest with you. If you fancy a bit of local fun, water-based fun. So we got absolutely soaked, and I got log flume water in my mouth. Oh, which is like disgusting because it's probably been standing there for ages.
You can't be screaming on the log flume.
But that's my most vivid memory of going there. Is log flume water in my mouth. The kids love the Funhouse, which is a classic Funhouse, isn't it?
The Funhouse is great.
Beach. It's like, it really is a classic kind of straight out of Greece Funhouse.
Yeah. Really entertaining. That bit up the top on the balcony, I think, where you're like shaking along.
No one can see you doing this. But Andrew, for those who are listening to the podcast, Andrew's shaking along in the way that you do as you try and step over. If you haven't been to the Funhouse, or the Pleasure Beach, you probably won't know what we're talking about. But make a point to go. Yeah, absolutely.
And the haunted train.
The ghost train, yeah.
Yeah, ghost train is the common word for it. That is. But when I was younger in the 80s, terrifying. The ghost train was terrifying. Then I truly believe that there were real people in there in the 80s.
Some people, I've been in ghost trains where they've had real people before.
Yeah, it's definitely real people.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Some of these kind of ghost trains and haunted houses do have real people in there doing stuff, not just animatronics. Particularly perhaps in the 80s. I don't even know if we weren't that massively advanced in animatronics. Yeah,
it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary now, but
you think they're real people? Either that, or it really was haunted, Andrew.
Oh, that's another topic. Another topic. Taking you back to roller coasters, because you got me off the subject of the roller coaster.
Sorry, you digress.
Okay.
Yes.
And I have this history in my head, so I have to get it out. Apparently, it's only one of 2 wooden roller coasters in the UK.
Really? Fabulous.
And one of 8 in the world. Can you believe that? That's amazing. It's in Norfolk.
That is really incredible.
It's in Norfolk.
Gosh.
And one thing that I don't know whether you spotted when you've been on there, but there's a man rides on there with you, or a lady, I don't know. Which it was a man when we went, but it could well be a lady as well. But they do the brakes.
What? It's a handbrake still.
It's a brake. Yeah, it's still. No. He sits in the middle.
Even now, still.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No,
have you confirmed this fact?
I am pretty sure that they still sit there, braking the train around there, because there's no brakes on the track. No brakes on the track, which is again terrifying.
We may have to give it. If you know whether there is still a man or a lady,
I'm terrified now. Just
hand braking the carriages of the roller coaster at the Pleasure Beach, do let us know. We would love to have confirmation of that.
And one bit that always also terrifies me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrified of the roller coaster approach. It's that bit that's known as the head chopper.
What bit is known as the head chopper? I don't even know about the bit known as the head chopper.
You know the bit where you come up. I
can't even remember the last time I went on that because I'm too scared to go on it, Andrew. So you're talking to someone who doesn't know. I have no idea about the head chopper.
Well, you come up a slope and then you hurtle down, but you hurtle down underneath basically the construction of the roller coaster above you.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So it looks like it's going to take your head off.
Oh my goodness.
It is every time. People have their hands up.
We will have to go.
I'm ducking. I'm in the base of the roller coaster car.
Cowering at the bottom of the footwell. We will have to make a point. Our boys will love that, especially if it's terrifying. We'll have to have a look at that in the summer. Yeah, and I will go on it, even though I am slightly terrified.
You've got to go.
I know it's got to be done, hasn't it?
And it is famous as well because if you're I don't know whether you know, but if you're a fan of Madness, the group, they did their video in the 1982, I think it was, the House of Fun, was videoed on the roller coaster at Great Yarmouth.
It was, fantastic. Yeah. So if you have a look on YouTube or wherever you get videos from, Madness House of Fun, then you will see them enjoying the roller coaster at the Pleasure Beach. So Great Yarmouth is it's obviously probably one of the biggest known draws on the East Norfolk coast.
Yeah, definitely.
What other things do we love about Great Yarmouth?
Great Yarmouth. I love the museums.
Yes,
Great Yarmouth. Yeah. So you come off the Golden Mile.
Yeah.
And there is stuff behind.
There is, yes. Yeah.
Including beautiful architecture, actually. Beautiful architecture,
fantastic architecture
all over
Yarmouth, actually.
Yeah. You just got to have a look around and you'll see it. But there's 3 museums that we have been to in Great Yarmouth. The first, which we love, is the Time and Tide.
Yes, Time and Tide. It's actually probably one of my favourite Norfolk museums.
Yeah.
And they have some amazing exhibitions. But we haven't been able to get over there for a while, unfortunately, which is very sad.
No, we haven't seen the most recent one.
May the toys be with you. It's a Star Wars and Toys exhibition. How fantastic. It's got our name written all over it, but unfortunately haven't managed to get there in person. But they've got their general exhibition is really great, but we went to see a Titanic exhibition there,
which was
we?
fabulous. We've also got that fabulous reconstructed street.
They have the Rose.
Yeah, the Yarmouth Rose.
The Rose, the Rose were a network of really narrow streets in Great Yarmouth. And they've recreated one in Time and Tide Museum, which is brilliant. It's actually a fantastic museum. I love going there.
It really is, yeah. And outside there's a lovely cafe. I have to mention the cafe.
Is it Silverfish's Cafe? It was.
Silver Darling. Is it Silver Darling? I think it's the Silver Darling.
Okay, something like that. It's to do with fishes, though, isn't it? It's got fishes on the logo.
Yeah, Silver Darling, I think it is. And go in there first, grab a cup of coffee and a cake, obviously, or something a bit more, and have a look around that museum.
There's some really nice food to be had in Yarmouth, actually.
There is?
On previous times we've been there, do you remember when we ate at the Quay Plaza? The Portuguese restaurant.
Yeah, Portuguese one. Yeah.
Really nice, which was next to, or along from...
Elizabethan House.
The Elizabethan House, which is a National Trust.
Yeah.
I think it's a National Trust with someone else.
Yeah, a bit of a link, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's a fantastic museum as well. Yeah.
Okay. And the final one is the very spooky Toll House, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. When you said 3 museums, I was thinking, well, I'm interested to hear what the third one is, Andrew. But yeah, the Toll House. The Toll House, brilliant. It's like the oldest jail in Britain or something. Yeah, and terrifyingly spooky.
Oh, you get to go down to the actual cells.
I would not want to spend Halloween in there. We went there, and there was an exhibition on East Anglian witchcraft, just to make things even spookier. And you go down to cells, and I remember our youngest son he did not like the vibe in there at all. He was too scared to go. Even just coming down the stairs, it was very scary. That is a fascinating place, actually, the Toll House.
It's got a good bit of exhibition through there. Which is,
but the building itself is ancient, and the history dating back is just incredible. So that's 3 amazing places to visit in Yarmouth.
You can park up and you can get to all of them, can't you? Nice and easily.
There's more than just one day out, really, in Yarmouth. It's worth visiting on a regular basis. I love Time and Tide. Yeah, the Toll House, fascinating.
The other thing we've been to is the Hippodrome.
Oh, the Hippodrome. Fabulous building.
Yeah. Fabulous building, inside and out.
Yes, absolutely amazing. A circular theatre. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. Step back ever so slightly from the main strip.
Yeah.
And we saw Billy Bragg as part of the Norfolk and Norwich Festival a couple of years ago, didn't we? There,
absolutely excellent, wasn't it?
Really lovely. It's just such a lovely venue. It's such nice, and they have their amazing. They have like a summer and a winter show.
Summer, Christmas, sort of thing. Halloween. I think they do a Halloween one.
Yeah.
Again, we need to go and check those out. Don't we?
They used to have a water thing that sort of the floor becomes...
It's underneath. There's a pool underneath, isn't it?
Amazing. Yeah, fantastic.
Another great building and another must visit. You've got to go there. Yeah,
definitely.
And one sort of ages ago memory of mine going to Yarmouth is the winter.
You used to go there a lot, didn't you?
I used to have some friends over there. Used to go over. I went to the Radio 1 road show, I think.
Oh, yeah. I remember it was in Yarmouth.
That was over there with Steve Wright, I think it was. So that was good. But we used to go to the roller disco at the Winter Gardens.
Oh, the Winter Gardens.
You didn't know I could get on some wheels, did you? Hey?
What was that Olivia Newton-John film where she's on rollers?
Yeah, I wasn't good enough for that. I used to spend most of my time...
Xanadu or whatever.
You used to spend most of my time going around the edge.
Oh, yeah. I bet you wowed the crowds in your sequence.
But at the end of the roller disco, I remember they used to do that thing where you used to get in one line, and circle around.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was, if you're on the end, crikey, you didn't last very long. Anyway, so that's a long distance memory. And one final one before we leave. When we're leaving Great Yarmouth to head out, I always love going along the harbour there because I think it must be one of the only harbours in Norfolk where you get to see the really big ships, the really big boats. Mainly, they're doing. I think they're doing the wind farms and things like that. But it's fascinating. You're there and you feel so tiny against
It's an amazing place. And actually, I think I'm right in saying Great Yarmouth have just been awarded, or they're about to be awarded, quite a large injection of cash for regeneration, which I think is really excellent.
I think like you 20 million or something like that.
Something like that, because I think you mentioned the Winter Gardens. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a sort of shell of its former self at the moment, but a fantastic building on the front there. And there are so many fans, but it's also just got an amazing history and culture. And the things we've mentioned today, it's just really vibrant. And it's, again, I think it's really underrated, like Gorleston. I think when people think of Norfolk, we think about the beaches to the north, which are fabulous, like, Holcombe Wells, which we absolutely love. But I've got a lot of time for East Norfolk. Most of my youngest beach memories are there, going to Yarmouth and my days out. And also, there's some real fun to be had, but there's also a real rich seam of culture in Great Yarmouth. There's a big community of artists, a big community, a very multicultural community as well. I think they're lovely. Again,
I think we just scratched the surface of Yarmouth. And lots more to explore.
Absolutely.
Heading out of Great Yarmouth, up along the coast.
Along the coast.
North, obviously. We're heading up to Horsey, which we go sort of, once or twice a year, don't we? We go over to Horsey, mainly to see the seals.
Indeed, I think the interesting thing about Horsey to me is it's a little bit Broads, a little bit coast. It kind of blows my mind, because you've got sort of the flat and then the windmills. And then you've suddenly got the beach and the coast. It's a really interesting sort of environment, isn't it? And every kind of December, January, the seals come. Yeah. I don't know if they live there permanently, but anyway, they pup, or whatever the term is. And so if you are very careful and responsible in normal times, I'm not sure what restrictions have been like recently, but then you can go and observe them at a very, very long, safe distance. And I know the Friends of Horsey Seals are always saying to people, do not go up to them, don't try and get pictures of them, don't get close. It really bothers them and it's quite cruel. We would completely support that.
Support that totally. We stick to the guided routes.
Yes,
and you can see it's just you can see them.
It's just too mean, isn't it? To get you don't want to go and bother them when they've got their pups, and it's just intimidating and cruel. And getting up close to them and then trying to take pictures, they get really angry and they might try and bite you and that kind of thing. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them.
No, totally not.
If you're going to bother if you're going to intrude on their personal seal space. So, but it's amazing, and there are hundreds, aren't there?
And I think if people behave, then we can all enjoy it for many years on. But it's a wonderful spectacle.
Yes.
Every time we've been, and the boys, you love the walk and absolutely love being sort of that close to nature.
It's a real privilege, isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously you come back in, and you've got the Horsey wind pump.
Oh yes,
which is like you said, which is the kind of the Broads and the coast are so close, aren't they?
Yeah, fascinating. There is so much wildlife to be enjoyed there, actually, and again, a really nice day out in Norfolk.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, going sort of around the coast northwards, after sort of Horsey and Horsey Gap, where the seals are, go past Eccles-on-Sea to Haysborough.
Yes.
Spelt Happisburgh on the map.
Yes, Happisburgh. I like to say Happisburgh every now and again.
Thrown out of Norfolk.
I know, but seriously. I quite like saying Happisburgh. But it is Haysborough. It is.
Yes. But before we go past there, so we were asking people on our Enjoying Norfolk Instagram account what their favourite places and memories of the East Norfolk coast were. And Susan Holmes mentioned Eccles. She said we had a caravan there and spent most summers at the caravan playing with our friends in between watching Dad play cricket at Barton for Norwich Wanderers.
Oh.
Yeah. She also remembers the Salvation Army putting on outdoor performances and shows on the beach with lots of free sweets being thrown into the audience.
Whoa.
That's going to... No wonder that stuck with you, Susan. That's going to be a memory you retain if you're a child. But she says that she still goes to Eccles with her mum whenever she can.
Okay.
But she's also very excited. I'm not quite sure actually where she lives now, but she's moving back to Norwich soon. Oh. So she's very excited to be able to get close to Eccles with her family and dog.
Excellent. Welcome back to Norfolk.
Indeed. Welcome back, Susan. Yeah. I actually am not massively familiar with Eccles, so perhaps it's somewhere we need to check out.
We've got to go and investigate.
Yeah. Well, it's got lovely beaches all around, which we have been to. So it actually looks like on the map you could perhaps walk to Eccles from Haysborough. What do you reckon?
Yeah, you could do, actually.
I think it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Perhaps
possible.
something we could do. Yeah. So Haysborough, talking about, and we mentioned it very briefly in our previous episode, I think episode 6, where we were talking about books.
Books and literature.
Yeah, because the Hill House Hotel,
yes,
which inspired Arthur Conan Doyle to write the 12 Dancing Men, the Dancing Men, Sherlock Holmes book.
Yeah.
So that's there. That's got a blue plaque. It's fascinating. But what else do we love about Haysborough?
Well, it's a nice walk along the coast there.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a lot of erosion.
Yes,
but
sadly.
But it is a lovely walk, and you can see all the structures and things like the sea defences, and so that's good. But the main thing and the iconic thing that I remember of Haysborough is the lighthouse.
The candy red and white striped lighthouse in Haysborough is iconic, isn't it?
Is it red with white stripes or white with red stripes? I think it is white with 3 red stripes. There you go.
Do you know that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I know that. It is white with 3 red stripes.
But what I do remember from visiting is because the lighthouses have those stripes to distinguish. It's a bit like fingerprints and retinas. They have individual distinguishing stripes. So some may have 2 red stripes, or some may have 1, or some maybe just be plain white. And I think the 3, if it is indeed 3 stripes, I can't remember off the top of my head, as you say, then that's quite unique, certainly in this region, to Haysborough Lighthouse. I could be wrong, but I seem to remember something about that. So again, if we are wrong, or if that's true, then do let us know, listeners.
You're very knowledgeable on lighthouses.
Well, I have been to the top of Haysborough Lighthouse.
You have.
I have. Yeah.
Luckily, I could stay at the bottom.
I know.
With our littlest one.
To be honest with you, like the roller coaster at Yarmouth, ascending to the top of Haysborough Lighthouse is probably up there with one of Norfolk's most terrifying experiences. So, Haysborough Lighthouse, you can visit any time from the outside, but it's open as well for certain days of the year, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But you have to go online, search online, you'll be able to find out when they are. And for a very small fee, you can ascend the lighthouse. Now, when we went, which was a few years back, and I don't know if things have changed, but basically, my memories are, so the inside of the lighthouse is pretty much hollow all the way up.
Yes, you can see right to the...
and you ascend a spiral staircase that spirals around the outside up to the top, but has quite a... I want to say flimsy, but that sounds a bit unfair, but it is essentially a flimsy barrier to prevent you falling. But it's not solid.
No.
To prevent you falling all the way down the middle, it's like a sort of railing rather than what I would prefer, which would be a solid wall.
Yeah, obviously I didn't go up, so I can
Andrew stayed at the bottom with our youngest son. I think what was most terrifying was I went up with our eldest son, who wasn't that old, who's old enough to go up. But, still, you're never quite sure with children. You're not going to suddenly leap off to the side. But with children, you never really know. So I was doubly terrified because A, it's really high, but you can see all the way down the middle, all the way down. And also, thirdly, I was going up with our eldest son, and so I had to kind of keep an eye on what he was up to. So we went up to the top. You get a certificate.
You do, which you need for doing that climb.
Several hundred steps. I can't remember off the top of my head how many steps.
85 foot the tower is.
85 feet.
I don't know how far you go, but the actual tower is 85
It's pretty high. The views from the top are amazing. But as I say, the ascent and the descent, absolutely terrifying. It was on my Norfolk bucket list of things to do.
Yeah.
And it is a real great high point in Norfolk, both literally and metaphorically speaking. But yeah, my goodness, it's a terrifying climb.
But you did get a certificate.
I did, and it is worth doing. But you sort of go up. It's one of those things where you're going up, and all the time you're kind of making a bargain in case it's your last thing that you do. So you're sort of like, this is the last thing I do. I'm happy with the life I've lived, etc., etc.
But apparently, it is the oldest working lighthouse in East Anglia.
Is it so?
Yeah, apparently so. So that adds a level of, But it is totally maintained and voluntary.
Yes.
Maintained voluntary contributions by the friends of Haysborough Lighthouse.
Okay.
So it's it's very old.
Yeah.
1790 or something like that.
Fantastic. Well, I do love a lighthouse. So
and you will see pictures of it everywhere because it is so iconic.
So striking, isn't it?
And it's surrounded by
wheat fields or something like that.
Yeah, lovely. So
lovely walks around Haysborough actually, and as Andrew mentioned at the beginning, unfortunately, the sea has been fairly savage on the east coast of Norfolk, and actually you can see the evidence of nature trying to reclaim the land all along the coast. And I know there are some lost villages off the Norfolk coast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some of Haysborough, I mean, the sort of coastal path, as we speak, some of it's falling off the cliff into the sea, and there have been homes
lost some homes
on the news, haven't they? That people have had their homes on the very edge of the cliffs, and unfortunately, they're just falling into the sea. So obviously, if you do visit Haysborough, be very careful walking along those coastal paths. But it is well worth a look, and there's inland walks as well, aren't there?
Yeah,
so,
you can go inland.
Yeah, and again,
all the way along the coast.
Yeah,
just be sensible, be careful, and don't get too near the edges.
Yes, yeah, or the seals.
All the seals, yes.
Speaking of Haysborough, speaking of all these, but Haysborough is somewhere I'd really like to return to when we're allowed out a bit more this summer.
Yeah,
we haven't been for a while, and because it is really interesting.
And some of these other places, because obviously we've jumped along the coast, but there are a lot of interesting places in between, which we'd love to explore more. But if people have got information about those,
do share it. We're always looking for new places to explore, and we can't be everywhere all at once, or indeed all the time. I know a lot of my friends like going to Winterton and Seapawling and Waxham, and they've camped there, and they go there on sort of return summers and that kind of thing. Where else do we like to go? Indeed,
where else do we like to go? We like to go up to Mundesley.
Mundesley, yes.
Mundesley is another nice place we like to go for the beach walks.
Yes, yeah. So this will be the last location we cover in today's sort of chat. So Mundesley, we used to go to Mundesley a lot when I was a child. Okay. So a lot of I remember it being a lovely sandy beach, and I think when you sort of visit places as a child, they do stick with you. And like the memory that one of our listeners told us before about the sweets being thrown into the audience. So you sort of remember these little highlights that made childhood so fun. And one thing I remember about Mundesley was the trampolines on the beach, because back in the 80s, not everyone had a trampoline then. And they were quite novel. And it was just such a fun experience. And I remember that if my parents let me, I don't know, you probably paid £1 to go for a bounce or something like that, but if my parents let us go on the trampolines, it was such a treat. It was real high. It was better than the beach. To be honest, I was visiting just the trampolines at Mundesley rather than Mundesley.
Not beach or the sea or just the trampolines.
No, I did, but they didn't always let us go on them. But when we could, I know. But when we could, it was such a treat to go on the trampolines at Mundesley. So I don't know if anyone else remembers the trampolines at Mundesley.
Well, £1 back then.
Well, it might not have been £1. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever it was. Yeah. Well, you got on the long bounce for that, maybe. But no, I remember. I can picture it in my mind really clearly. The car park where we parked the car, and then we walked down down to the beach, and we had a lot of fun days out at Mundesley.
Yeah. I haven't been to Mundesley enough. We're going to have to go. Yeah. I've been there for a couple of times. The only place that I sort of have been to is a cafe there, the Corner House Cafe.
Oh yes, that's a lovely cafe.
Yeah, lovely cafe there, which do some fabulous food and everything. So I've been there. And also, one thing I remember about Mundesley is there's like a Coast Guard hut kind of building on the front there, looking out to sea, obviously. But that's a museum.
Oh,
it's not actually. I don't think it's actually a working.
What's it? A museum?
It's a museum of Mundesley and maritime and anything to do with Mundesley. But it is tiny, and there are reports that it is one of the smallest museums in England.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think there's a couple more now. There's one that's opened up in a telephone box and things like that. But and every time I've been, I think I've been during the winter months. It hasn't been really open, so I'm going to check it out next time. And report back about the museum. I think you can go up and look out where they used to look. The Coast Guards used to look out.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, really interesting. Yeah, that's been actually a really nice little trip down memory lane.
Yeah, trip along the coast.
Down the sandy memory lane of East Norfolk. And what it's made me, it's really whetted my appetite even more to get out there and explore these places again when restrictions allow this summer, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I've driven along all of that to obviously get, but you need to stop more at the individual places.
And just spend time in them and that sort of thing as well. Some fascinating places. And also I want to revisit the places that we've been, because we haven't had a chance to go there for a long time, for one reason or another, mainly one big reason. Everything's been locked down. So before we leave today, I just wanted to read out a couple more memories that people have sent us. So Floristry by Jess on Instagram. Likes walking from Haysborough to Sea Palling and back early in the morning in the summer because the beach is so calm. That sounds lovely, doesn't it?
That's a bit of a trek, is it?
Well, it's probably not as far as you think. It's not.
Lovely.
Also, flourished by Jess, the Great Yarmouth fireworks in the summer. And going to Joyland beforehand.
Joyland. Have you been on the tubs, though? Have you been on the tubs?
You have to let us know, Jess. The Little Beach Bell Company says Scrappy Beach.
Oh,
it's lovely and sandy, and the water's deep enough to swim in close to the sand.
Nice. Good recommendation.
Fabulous. Yeah, absolutely. Sue Roberts says the Venetian Waterway in Yarmouth. Recently revamped, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah, part of it, I think, has been revamped.
Yes, yeah.
Got to check that out,
we have, actually, yeah.
Because I think it was revamped and we didn't have time to get over to it. And
yes,
yeah. But I'd love to check that out.
Yeah, Sarah Louise says, visiting my great aunt who used to live above one of the shops next to the beach.
Oh.
Fabulous. I think she's talking about Yarmouth, I'm not sure. Sam Groom says the lighthouse at Haysborough. As we discussed, Rachel Owl says the yearly trip to Great Yarmouth, horse and cart rides, Pleasure Beach, donuts and the Model Village. The Model Village. I love the Model. Yeah. Maryvale,
yes. Model Village.
Oh, I have a slight obsession with all things miniature. And so I actually love the Model Village at Yarmouth. And I remember going there as a kid as well. And I hope it's still going. I hope when we come back out of lockdown, we go to Yarmouth, it's still there. Because it's fabulous.
Definitely. Well, you've really got to go there again and report back on the Maryville.
And Samantha also, she says she remembers the Pleasure Beach roller coaster with the human brake.
The human brake.
That sounds. I've got to check this out and see if it's still something that's happened. That sounds absolutely wonderful and also terrifying, and so Norfolk. I love it.
Well, what about the poor person who has to be on there, going all the time around?
But you cannot let your attention slip for 1 minute. Can you imagine if you miss that cue? Whoa! They're obviously very good at what they do. Thank you for joining us on this virtual coastal journey with us today.
Yep.
If you have any comments or feedback or memories that you would like to share with us, then do get in touch via our website, enjoyingnorfolk.co.uk, or via our social media. Otherwise, we look forward to speaking with you again soon. Stay well.
Yeah, and exploring more of the coast.
Indeed, and of Norfolk, and enjoying more of Norfolk.
Definitely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.